Hi guys, let's learn Comparative Adjectives Part 1. But before that, let us take a look at these two pictures. Can you identify these letters? The first set is for vowels or huruf vokal, while for the second set is for consonants or huruf consonant. Next is syllable, or in Bahasa it means suku kata. We have one syllable adjectives. We also have two syllables adjectives. And we also have 3 or more syllables adjectives. Now let's take a look at some examples of one syllable adjectives. We have hot and tall. For 2 syllables we have happy and narrow. While for 3 or more syllables we have dangerous and beautiful. Comparative adjective. Comparative adjective is used to compare 2 people or 2 animals or 2 things. Or in Bahasa it means membandingkan di antara 2 orang, haiwan, atau benda. Let's take a look at example 1. Anis is short. Now let's take a look at the person next to Anis, Dina. Dina is shorter than Anis. Now if you notice, the adjective short has changed its form. We add er and we also add the word than to form comparative adjective, which means lebih rendah daripada. This is to compare between Dina and Anis. Dina is shorter than Anis. It means Dina lebih rendah daripada Anis. Now we know that to form a comparative adjective, we have to add er and then. However, this is not for all adjectives. Some adjectives need to use special rules. Now let's take a look at some of the special rules. Special rule number 1. CVC. C stands for consonant, V is for vowel, and C is for consonant. Now there are adjectives that are made up of CVC. For example, big, B-I-G, big. The letter B is a consonant. The letter I is a vowel. And the letter G is a consonant. So based on special rule number 1, for an adjective that is made up of CVC, we have to double the last consonant. For this case is the letter G. So when we write the word big, we have to put another letter G and then only we add er. And don't forget the word then. So it becomes bigger than. Now let's take a look at another example. Fat. Fat is another example of adjective that is made up of CVC. F is a consonant. A is a vowel. And T is a consonant. So again, based on special rule number 1, we have to double the last consonant, T. So it becomes fat, and you have to put another letter T next to it. Then only you add ER, and don't forget the word then. so it becomes fatter than. Special rule number 2. There are also adjectives that end with the letter Y. For example, scary. For this adjective, we have to replace the letter Y with I. And then only we add ER, and don't forget the word then. So it becomes scarier than. Now let's take a look at another example. Happy. Happy also ends with the letter Y. So we have to replace the letter Y with I. And then only we add ER and the word then. So it becomes happier than. Example 2. We have a whale and we also have an angelfish. Now let's compare these two sea creatures with the adjective big. For this adjective, you have to use the special rule number 1, CVC. Can you guess the answer? That's right. The whale is bigger than the angelfish. Let's take a look at example 3. We have a giraffe and we also have an elephant. Now let's compare these two animals with the adjective tall. Now for this adjective, you don't have to use any special rules. So, can you guess the answer? That's right, taller than. The giraffe is taller than the elephant. Example 4. We have a peacock and we also have a quail. Now let's compare these two animals with the adjective pretty. For this adjective, you have to use the special rule number 2. You have to replace the letter Y with I. So can you guess the answer? That's right, prettier than. The peacock is prettier than the quail.